Kurumjari, a very good afternoon. You are watching Afternoon English Bulletin on SKTV. And I'm Victoria Rajkumari. First, the headlines. Home Minister Govindas Konthausam asserts Zomi Council Chairman's claim of Chief Minister's approval for Lamka district formation is baseless and unfounded. Minister Khemchand says a TM Kasom attack to be handed over to NIA. Several civil bodies condemned attack. And total shutdown over April 25th arrest deadline and Chonglaubi killings disrupt normal life across Manipur. And now the top stories. Home Minister Govindas Konthausam has denied claims by the Zomi Council regarding the creation of a district called Lamka District. Addressing a press meet at the Chief Minister's Secretariat today, the Home Minister termed the Kukizo Council's claim baseless, clarifying that the government never gave approval to create Lamka District. He also appealed to the JSE formed in connection with the Chonglaubi incident to call off its ongoing 5-day total shutdown, asserting that the government is actively working to meet most of the 5-point charter of demands raised by the JSE. SKTV Chief Reporter Ketrim Premchand and video journalist Loya have a detailed report on this.
Mangal masamak akoy na hai investigation si kadai yauna khumang sauna sangsillige haibadu khangna nabagi DSF ta nahangna leiriba post to adu ga equivalent oiba akoy state force ta suitable oiba post ama pina na batawge adu gi mathakta leihidriba angang ani gi mama oiberi basi su masamak su nurse ni hai aduna mahaki su akoy sisi suitable post ama pirage mapanda na koy amuk satpadu chatraga su aduga angang ani gi case NIA da scenario basi su magi progress su haipet security forces ta leiraga di state kida amuke hena khangba ngangani haibagi sifawda koi mangonda koina haibani adu imung manung khanaru ge na chatlaga smaina tawdana numit mangani amaga mu tongan ba group kharaga tawraga da JSC gi kangbu su phamada da yawi koina ujama matamda yariba punamak singse tongan ba demand kharaga yawraga numit mangani ban koruk pase khoi khwaidagi laibak thiba mani haidana ai thamjage hairiba numit mangani sida wagadori base nomagi chara tanjaba noma talaga wana koknaba honoriba mioi kayada chauba chaitheng ama piba tang tare tagini aduga mahiroi sing sida achauba safu ama magi piba academic career si sista chauba disturbance ama piba sina koi hayeng future da achauba akaiba mala kadauba aduna asi punamak sing si yeng bira heraga sarkar sina lokhatchari measure sing asi yeng bira heraga masi handok piyo haidana media gi through da appeal tawjari.
Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand has strongly condemned the killing of 2 civilians in the militant attack at TM Kasom village in Ukhrul district, terming it cowardly and irresponsible act against unarmed people. The incident occurred around 2:30 p.m. when suspected militants targeted 5 vehicles traveling along Imphal to Ukhrul road, resulting in the deaths of 2 innocent civilians. The Chief Minister said a case has been registered at Litan police station and confirmed that the prop will be handed over to National Investigation Agency for further investigation. He expressed condolences to the bereaved families and said the attack was direct assault on peace and communal harmony in the state. He added that security forces have launched operations to track down those responsible, assuring that the perpetrators will be brought to justice. The Chief Minister and Govindas Konthausam are personally monitoring the situation with high-level review meeting held to assess security arrangements. The Home Minister has urged the public to cooperate with authorities in identifying the attackers. Reaffirming the government's commitment to safeguarding citizens, the Chief Minister appealed to all communities to remain calm and not fall prey to attempts aimed at disturbing peace. Deputy Chief Minister Losi Diko has strongly condemned the killing of 2 civilians and injuries to several others in a militant attack at Kasom village in Ukhrul district, terming it barbaric and heinous act which aimed at disrupting peace in the state. The incident occurred barely 12 hours after his visit to the district along with Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand, where they had witnessed people's strong desire for peace and normalcy. He described the attack as calculated attempt to derail progress, but asserted that the government remains resolute. The Deputy Chief Minister assured that those responsible will be brought to justice under the law and reiterated the government's commitment to protecting lives and restoring peace. He extended heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families and expressed solidarity to the affected community while appealing to the people of Ukhrul and Manipur to maintain calm and unity and reject violence. Deputy Chief Minister Churachandpur has also strongly condemned the cowardly attack on a passenger convoy along Imphal to Ukhrul Road near Kasom village in Ukhrul district on April 18, which left 2 civilians dead, including a retired personnel of Naga regiment. Expressing deep sorrow over the incident, the Deputy Chief Minister termed the act as barbaric and inhuman, calling it as assault on humanity. She extended heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families and assured that justice will be delivered. Citing seriousness of the case, she said the investigation has been handed over to National Investigation Agency (NIA) for thorough and impartial probe. The Deputy Chief Minister also appealed to the public to remain calm, uphold peace and trust the authorities, reaffirming state government's commitment to ensuring security and restoring normalcy in Manipur. Several civil society organizations have strongly condemned the Kasom attack, leading to death of 2 Naga civilians along National Highway 202 in Ukhrul district on April 18, allegedly carried out by Kuki militants, terming the act as cowardly and gave a threat to peace and coexistence. United Naga Council (UNC) stated that deliberate targeting of civilians has shattered long-standing principles of security and harmony upheld by the Naga community, calling the incident direct challenge to the community. UNC also raised serious concerns over security lapses, noting that the attack occurred barely 1.5 kilometers from an Indian Army outpost and questioned both state and central authorities over handling of the situation. Foothills Naga Coordination Committee (FNCC) also condemned the attack and expressed condolences to the bereaved families. FNCC urged the state government to deploy Manipur state forces along the affected highway stretch in place of central forces to ensure better civilian protection. It further called for immediate action to identify and apprehend those responsible. Meanwhile, the Federation of Haumi condemned both the National Highway 202 killings and earlier Trong-Laubi incident in which 2 children lost their lives. The organization criticized the Manipur government's approach of handing over cases to the NIA and announcing ex gratia relief, stating that it falls short of delivering justice. It urged the authorities to take stringent action against those responsible and called for abrogation of suspension of Operation Sioux agreement, asserting that lasting peace in Manipur will require a stronger measure to address militancy. The 5-day total shutdown called by the Joint Action Committee (JAC) formed in response to the Trong-Laubi incident propelled normal life across the valley districts of Manipur on its first day. Notably, the JAC called the strike to praise for its 5-point charter of demands. All kinds of business establishments, including Kwaranban Kaithel, Paungna Bazaar and Thangal Bazaar, remained closed. Most vehicles stay off the roads, with the exception of those for emergency services and religious functions. Band supporters blocked national highways and major roads in Imphal by burning tires and placing obstacles. The JSA launched the shutdown at midnight on April 18 following a deadlock in negotiation with the Manipur government. The protest stems from the April 7th attack in which suspected Kuki militants launched a bomb at the residence while the family was asleep. The attack resulted in deaths of 2 minors, a 5-month-old baby girl and a 5-year-old boy, and left a mother with serious injuries. And now, before we move on to other news, let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV News.
Great opportunity for local operators. SKTV is expanding. Come and be a part of SKTV revolution with high-speed internet, IPTV along with OTT and other benefits. We are building stronger connections through franchising. Become a local cable operator and provide reliable information and entertainment to your neighbors. Unlock your growth with our technology and top-tier service. So if you're looking for exclusive partnership opportunities, then please call us at 700-5259-437 or 897-420-9157.
Welcome back. You're watching Afternoon English Bulletin on SKTV. Now proceeding with other news. Condemning against the Tronglaubi killings, a joint protest march of Pangai Yangdong was organized today. Thaugai Pangai Yangdong Publicity Secretary in a press release stated that as part of its series of Nongmaijing and Mifam, the protest march was organized at its 132nd meeting. The protesters raised slogans demanding befitting punishment to perpetrators involved in killing of children and civilians and condemning atrocities of center forces and state forces on civilians. A joint body comprising DMCC, Masad, Unicars and Mayond has urged Prime Minister Narendra Modi to immediately intervene and ensure justice following the killing of 2 minor children in Manipur on April 7th. In a statement, the organization alleged that the victims, a 5-month-old infant and a 5-year-old child, were killed in an attack reportedly carried out by Kuki militants while their father, a BSF personnel, was on duty outside the state. Expressing concern over the absence of strong condemnation or outreach from top authorities, the groups termed the incident deeply disturbing. The organization further claimed that the incident reflects continuing pattern of violence since May 2023, alleging repeated attacks on civilians despite the presence of central security forces. They also criticized response of security personnel during subsequent protests at Tronglaubi, where firing reportedly led to civilian casualties and injuries. The joint body has demanded restoration of law and order, disarmament of militant groups under suspension of Operation Sue agreement, and independent and transparent investigation into the incidents and strict action against those responsible. At least 3 protesters and 3 female CRPF personnel were injured last night when police used tear gas to disperse a torch rally at Sagolbantera. The protest was held over the April 7th Tronglaubi attack and the subsequent firing on civilians by CRPF personnel. Large numbers of protesters marched towards Khwaranban Kaithel along the Imphal-Jiribam road around 9 p.m. carrying torches and chanting slogans including "Go back Central Forces," "We will protect our land ourselves," and "Long live Manipur." Security forces blocked the rally twice near Sagolban Bijoy Govinda and Sagolban Maino Lelak, but the protesters managed to advance. As the crowd approached Jiri parking, security forces fired tear gas shells and smoke bombs to disperse them. In retaliation, protesters pelted stones at the security forces. The clash led to injuries on both sides. Several protesters were also apprehended by security forces during the confrontation. The injured protesters include Elangbam Sangita of Sagolban Ingudam Lerak, Thiam Shilpa of Sagolban Lukram Lerak, and Shinam Rajesh of Sagolban Bijoy Govinda. The injured women, CRPF personnel, were ASI Santosh Kumari, SI Sachita Indra, and Ritika Kumari. A mammoth torch rally demanding justice for the victims of the Trong Lobby attack and the subsequent firing on civilians by CRPF personnel was taken out in and around Langathel in Thoubal district last night. The rally, jointly organized by the Langathel Apunba Mairapai B and local clubs, began at Langathel Kaithel and passed through various locations including Khongjom Kaithel and Sangai Khong. During the march, demonstrators shouted slogans such as "Eliminate narco-terrorists from Manipur," "We condemned the killing of innocent people," and "Go back Central Forces." Speaking to media persons, a woman demonstrator strongly condemned both the Trong Lobby attack and the CRPF firing. She also demanded justice for the victims and expressed stiff opposition to conducting a census before the implementation of the NRC.
Mihatina Hatkraba, Hariba Makoi Maga, Punna Sigraba Matamachigi, Nugaitaba Prongdopa Oina, Nachi, Langatel Mairapai Amadi, Club Organizer, Kuding Magna, Akoi Apunba Oina, Akoigi Lelita Tabani.
Zomi frontal organizations have announced total shutdown across Churachandpur district on April 22nd from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. over continued absence of justice in the case of late Vongjagin Valte. In a joint statement issued, the organizations described the shutdown as peaceful expression of collective conscience, asserting that the circumstances surrounding his prolonged suffering and demise remained unresolved. They stated that all shops, commercial establishments, educational institutions, offices and public activities will remain closed during the shutdown with no exemptions, including essential services such as pharmacies and water supply. Transportation along Tipaimuk Road and Guite Road will also be suspended, while approved ambulances will be deployed at designated locations for medical emergencies. The public has been urged to make necessary arrangements in advance, and organizers warn that strict discipline will be enforced with any deviation viewed seriously and the possibility of extending the shutdown depending on the situation. Kanglei Park Students Association KSA has urged the authorities to ensure that students who cleared compartmental and improvement examinations are given seats for class 11 and undergraduate admissions. In the press release, KSA HRD Secretary Sanam James directed all private, government and government-aided institutions to stop issuing admission forms until the class 12 results are officially declared. The students' organization raised concern over schools giving priority only to high-scoring students and called for a more inclusive admission process that does not leave compartmental and improvement candidates behind. KSA further appealed to educational institutes to reduce the high cost of entrance forms and submission fees. The students' organization also announced that it will monitor institutions for violation of fee structures given under the Manipur Private Schools Registration and Regulation Act 2017 Rules 2024. And now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Center, Imphal state's maximum temperature was recorded at 27.2 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 19 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 77% in the morning and 58% in the evening today. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Home Minister Govindas Konthausam asserts Zomi Council Chairman's claim of Chief Minister's approval for Lamka district formation is baseless and unfounded. Chief Minister Kemchan says a TM Kasom attack to be handed over to NIA. Several bodies condemned attack. And a total shutdown over April 25th arrest deadline in Trong lobby killings disrupt normal life across Manipur. Well, that's all we have in this afternoon bulletin. Thank you for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates. Till then, have a great evening.